They laughed when he walked into the courtroom, in a ragged hoodie and shoes held together by duct tape. "Sir, are you lost?" a guard asked. "This is a courtroom, not a shelter," a woman whispered. Even the clerk looked unsure, handing him a visitor pass. But none of them knew who he really was. Mark Ellis had been homeless for 12 years. Most days he kept to himself, collecting cans, reading old newspapers, and surviving. But today he walked into courtroom 12B for a case that didn't involve him, but deeply mattered to him. A young single mom, Alina Torres, was being evicted. She'd lived in apartment 4C for 7 years, never missed a payment, never caused trouble, but after the landlord renovated the building, he doubled the rent. And when she couldn't afford it, he filed to kick her out. "She can't even afford a lawyer?" The landlord, Douglas Grant, laughed to reporters. He was right. Alina stood in court alone, holding a worn folder of crumpled receipts, her hands shaking. "I offered to clean, to babysit, to do anything," she said softly, "but he still gave me an eviction date." When the judge asked if she had anyone to speak for her, the courtroom fell silent, until one voice rose from the back. "Your Honor, I'd like to speak." It was Mark. The bailiff moved to stop him, but the judge paused. Mark stepped forward, reached into his coat, and pulled out an old leather notebook. Its edges curled, cover torn. "I'm Mark Ellis. I used to own 3 buildings in this city, before my wife died and my health collapsed. One of those buildings was managed by Mr. Grant. He raised rents illegally, lied to tenants, skimmed money off the top. He cost me everything." The courtroom buzzed. "Do you have proof?" the judge asked. Mark opened the notebook. Inside, handwritten logs, contracts, rent records, including a lease signed by Mr. Grant, clearly showing Alina's legal rent. "These were never submitted," the opposing lawyer stammered. "Because no one thought I mattered," Mark replied. The judge turned to Alina. "Miss Torres, the rent increase was illegal. You're allowed to stay. And Mr. Grant must repay all overcharges." Gasps echoed. The judge continued, "And Mr. Grant, this court is opening an inquiry into your past rentals." Alina covered her mouth in disbelief. She turned to Mark, tears falling. "Why did you help me?" she whispered. He smiled gently. "You reminded me of my daughter. She used to say, 'If you can help, then help.'" As the courtroom emptied, a reporter approached. "You've been homeless for years, but you kept all this evidence?" Mark nodded. "I lost my home, not my sense of what's right." Outside the courthouse, people looked at him differently now. Some shook his hand. Some said thank you, but Mark didn't care about that. He walked, away the same as he came, except now with a little more peace in his step. If you believe true heroes don't always wear suits, but sometimes worn-out hoodies, like comment and subscribe. Let the world know they matter.